I went to town to buy a loaf was I to buy. I spent me time with Sally dear, between her thighs was I.
I went to town to buy a loaf, I saw him with old Sally. I went to town to buy a loaf, I felt myself rather lonely. I came back from the bakery, I put on a naughty film. Me mum came down and said, "What's this? You've really let us down." I went to town to buy a loaf, my man suggests a bloomer. I went to town to buy a loaf, I ended up in clover. I went to town to buy a loaf, I said, "Looky here, matey, if you palm me off with half a slice, I might just get shirty." I went to town to buy a loaf, everyone went crazy. They said, "Can I have a poke? I'm feeling rather randy." I went to town to buy a loaf, I ended up off plenty.
Stop recording.
Boyos on the Monty, boyos on the Monty, please. Take me down the video shop and let's see what. Have you ever seen Wilfred in his cups? In his cups, old Wilfred. Have you ever seen Wilfred give up? I've never seen old Wilfred. Determined man is Wilfred, that he never knows when to quit.
Stubborn as a saintly horse,
Covered in shit.
he broke a nail on
Thursday night.
a doctor he did not see.
A doctor wasn't called upon, Wilfred said, "Old
Diddly-dee.
diddly-dee."
They buried poor old Wilfred, not one Thursday on from that.
They buried old Wilfred not once, twice, but more than that.
They buried a dear old Wilfred within his straw hat.
I saw Wilfred's grave and I said to my wife, "I'll have a bit of that." So I went home and found some extra strong rope to hang myself. I said, "I can't stand it living anymore, I'm worried for my health."
I saw old Wilfred lying there, I shed myself a tear. I saw old Wilfred lying there, I did not death me fear.
I had myself a beer. I saw old Wilfred shed a tear when Chrissy didn't weep. He thought it rather hypocritical, he'd saved his life last week.
Death stalks the town, death
Stalks the town, death stalks the town.
a cheeky grin upon his buns.
A cheeky grin upon his frown. Death stalks me through the evening. Death stalks me, that's why I'm weeping.
I will not weep for Caddy, I will not weep for Shell, I will not weep for Sandy, I knew them not so well.
Alright, should we do Tickling and Dustman?
Tickling.
Let's start.
Yeah, go on. Tickle a Dustman!
Tickle away Dustman! I'll be tickling
A dustman on the 21st, I'll be tickling a dustman and it could do worse.
I'll be tickling a dustman on the 22nd. I'll be tickling so much that he'll feel like he's in heaven.
I'll be tickling a dustman on the 23rd, I'll be tickling a dustman, please just take me word.
I'll be tickling a dustman on the 24th. I'll be tickling him so much he will think he's old.
I'll be tickling a dustman on Christmas Day. I'll be tickling a dustman, don't care what you say.
I'll be tickling one to come save his day. I love me dustman, come what may. I'll be tickling a dustman on the 26th. He had so much last night, he's feeling sick.
I'll be tickling the dustman till the 6th of Jan. I'll be tickling the dustman because he's my man.
I'll be tickling a dustman on New Year's Eve. I've given him my tip, but there's still no reprieve.
I'll be tickling the dustman, his name is Steve.
I'll be tickling a dustman because he loves it so. I'll be tickling the dustman, but I will not blow.
He's the best damn dustman that I've ever had.
He was pretty good, but not as good as his dad. He's the best. He dustman on his Sceptred aisle. He had a week off, but he had piles.
He picks up a rubbish and he does it quick. He does it every day, even though he's sick.
He's sick every day. Because he's got a disease. He won't.
He won't say thank you and he won't say please.
I love me dustman, though he's dying soon. He was a sweeper, but they nicked his broom. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll be tickling the dustman on the 23rd.
I'll be tickling the dustman and no doubt his bird. I'll be tickling the dustman, that filthy turd. I'll be tickling the dustman
Till dawn.
till dawn.
Oh, tickle, 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 tickle.
I'll be tickling the dustman because he likes it so. I'll give him a tip and I'll give him what for. I'll be tickling the dustman
And I won't take no.
I won't take yes, but he'll take me trash down to the landfill quick as a flash. If you take your rubbish, you take him too. If you take my rubbish, you take me too. I'll be tipping the dustman when I give him his tip. I'll be tipping the dustman. Oh, he's as smart as a whip. Despite the manual job that he's got, he could have gone further, but he lost the plot.
Tickle, a dustman. I'll be tickling the dustman on the 23rd.